everybody, and I'm for Spirit of Metal, and we're here in Rock Island, Illinois, with Simon and Roger from Valkyrja. How are you guys today?
Yeah, we're pretty much as okay as we could be. Not better, not worse.
Yes. So far so good. We're like, today halfway on the tour, so yeah.
Okay.
So far we survived.
Okay, so this is for Valkyrja, the first tour in US and Canada as well. Has it been worth it so far?
Yeah, definitely. We wanted to try this new market. We had some offers in the past, but we didn't want to do anything where we felt that we couldn't really, do our thing. We wanted to keep a certain standard, and I think this is the first time we had the option to do it, and that's why we're here now. Could have been sooner, could have been later, and but we take the chance, and so far so good, I say.
Okay. Anything to add?
Well, the thing is, this is a very good combination. Valkyrja and Archgoat. We play the two edges of black metal, and it works.
I would also take the opportunity to introduce Rogier to the band, as it's his first thing that he's doing with us, which also felt good for us as a band, that we take it to a new area and we work on something new together to build up some collaboration between us.
Okay. I was going to ask that, so I'll go back to that a little towards the end. Okay, so how was it to get the paperwork? Because you did get a visa and all that. How hard was it?
It was a process for sure, but mainly our bass player, who are not here, was taking care of that, and he had a couple of sleepless nights, and I think everyone was a bit annoyed by certain there were some aspects we had to cover, but we made it. We have this visa now for 1 year, and we're gonna come back as well, so you will see more about it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's supposed to be like a West Coast tour also in the plans for next year together with Archgoat. And to me, it was just, this time was smooth sailing actually, because real artists have a gold record, I have a criminal record, so it's always interesting to go to the embassy, but it goes smooth this time.
Okay, so you mentioned you wanted to start like a new market, but was this tour, you guys were trying to find a tour to come in, or was it by invite? Did Archgoat ask you guys to come in?
They are friends of us, and we basically discussed it together. It's actually going both ways in this situation. Okay. So, yeah.
Okay. And also, so it's the first time here, so I'm guessing you have fans that have been here and waiting for you guys to come here. But there's also people discovering you guys. So how has it been, this balance so far in the tour?
And I heard a couple of good comments, but I'm not usually the guy running around to interact with people like straight after a show. So I haven't seen too much of it, but I heard a couple of comments both from people who expected us here and people who were not familiar with the band at all before. And actually that's the interesting thing, because I had no idea at all how our market looks on this side of the Atlantic at all.
Okay.
So, especially as our current record label is European and doesn't have like this wide distribution in the US, I really had no idea how we were doing over here.
Okay. And so far, it seems to be good.
Seems like it, yeah. I mean, I will only compare with myself, so I'm definitely satisfied till this moment.
Okay. For you?
Yeah, well, it's the main thing, I mean, I cannot really compare because I'm the new guy, and I just fucking started playing live with this band, which is now like 7-8 days ago. But you can see that for Valkyrja as a band, I mean, when you do your first US tour, it's always a mix of people that have been waiting for you for years. And then there's the people that are there for whatever fucking reason and are just discovering you. So, but it's good to be the underdog.
Okay.
You can fucking punch people out by mistake.
Okay, so talk about that. So you just started. How's it for you to just come here in the US and just start with a band like that?
Well, every band I joined, they have never been relaxed with me, I mean, with Bad Lamb or Hell Militia, it's always like, hey bitch, here's your fucking new spot, we have a tour right away, and, better not screw up or we're gonna...
Let's say we wanted to add something wild to the current burning fire.
Exactly. So, but yeah, so far it has been good, of course, you always have to warm up because I'm not the only new guy. But let's just say after 2-3 gigs, we got things rolling, and the fire has been burning.
Okay. Okay, so you haven't released anything since like 2013, right?
Yeah, correct.
Now you have new band members. Are you planning to start something, to record something?
I've been working with new music for a year already, but things have been going like pretty slow as there hasn't been like a constant lineup. And I think now the idea is to work out a good collaboration together where we know where we have each other and where we know what we have to learn to drag out the worst of each other here, so we can really find our okay, so to say, we're definitely gonna work on something new, but we are for the moment just preparing under the surface with that, and we're gonna focus for at least the first half of this year for the live performances.
Okay, so you have a new singer, and you're going to probably write the lyrics.
Yes, exactly.
So how are you going to work with each other to make sure the lyrics are in sync with the band, ideology and all that?
I can't say exactly how we are gonna present things in the future, but you can just be sure that it will definitely fit under the same banner, so to say. And I don't want to say too much before we know how things look. So yeah, we everything is just to be seen.
Okay.
Yes. Well, that's the same thing. To me, it's a new situation. So after the tour, I'm gonna write, he's gonna write, and we're not gonna do anything until it's 100% Valkyrja in quality and in style.
Okay. Okay, so being from Sweden, there's so many amazing black metal bands from Sweden. How do you make sure is a band of such a high population of bands, you stay unique and you stay still a band that will say, hey, this band is Valkyrja, just listening to it, because there's so many good bands from there?
Honestly, I don't give a fuck about what's unique at all. I mean, you can tell me that I did everything like stereotypical in this band, and I don't care at all. The only thing we're gonna do is we're gonna work with creations that we feel comfortable with ourselves, and where we want the areas we want to explore. And if it sounds exactly like something else, you are free to tell me, and I don't care at all how unique it is in any sense, because I don't want to compare it to any other form of art.
Okay, but as if you could say, for you, what is Valkyrja? What is Valkyrja all about for people that don't know the band? How would you describe
it's
it?
strictly personal, because none of us would be here if we didn't have personal interest, because there's definitely more sacrifices than advantages to be in this band, and anyone can tell, because that's just how it is. And if you wouldn't have the dedication to burn, you wouldn't be here. And that's also why we have ex-members for sure that couldn't stand what we're doing here. So the only thing is that we're working with keeping a balance to what is happening in our lives, and this is personally I need this arena to put all my negative forces somewhere, because otherwise I would be totally down. I wouldn't be here.
Okay.
And it's just necessary for me as a person, and I think probably the other guys can share it as well, and everyone has to stand up for themselves and say why they are actually here. But that's my reason, and you can go with yours.
Yeah, exactly. We have 5 members in Valkyrja, and if you would ask the exact same question, there will probably be 5 different answers. But the one common thing is that everyone makes the fucking sacrifices, and it's all worth it in the end, because we get so much back from it, and it's also an excellent way. It's either be in this or be in jail, because I would fuck some people really up otherwise.
Okay.
No, it's true. We just, as I say, personally I need this to put my energy somewhere, because I need to be. I have the urge to be creative in that sense, because I have something burning that has to go in some direction, and so far music is a pretty fucking powerful tool.
That is the main thing. Creative minds cannot shut down, even if you want them to.
Exactly.
Okay, so talk about now the future. You're doing this, and I think I've seen your name in a few festivals. What is up until the rest of the year besides writing new music?
Yeah, as I said, we're gonna focus on that. We have a couple of festival appearances in Europe. I don't know, what is it, something between 10 and 15 coming the nearest months?
Exactly. We'll be busy, you know, working on some European summer festivals. Not the biggest ones, but the medium-sized. Let's just say, you know, we will not get bored in the summer.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we see what happens later. The last scheduled show is the 20th of August, and till this day we don't have anything going on after that. Maybe we focus on something new. Maybe I can't tell. Maybe there's a new tour coming up. Who knows?
Okay. Okay, so last question. If you have any messages for the Spear of Metal viewers.
I don't care who they are, actually.
Okay.
Who the fuck are they, actually?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Everybody, anybody, right?
Anybody.
Okay.
No, I don't have anything to add, really.
Okay.
No, I mean,
Okay.
you ask the questions, we answer. That's how it goes. And
Okay. Well, thank
That's
you so
about it.
much. Yeah, thank you.